All right, let's talk robotics. And I mean really talk robotics. Forget the sci-fi stuff, the robot butlers and all the wild fantasies. Today, we're going to dive into a blueprint for the future that's, well, it's actually realistic. It's a future that's not just some dream in a lab. It's being built right now, in our homes.
Think about that for a second. We prefer robots that make humans unstoppable. I mean, that one simple idea, it changes everything. The goal suddenly isn't about replacing people, it's about making us better, stronger, more capable. And you know what? When you start from that place, the whole landscape of robotics and all the opportunities inside it just looks completely different.
So you've got these two competing stories, right? On one side, there's the big, flashy story we're all being sold. You know the one. Godlike AI, humanoid robots that are going to take all our jobs. It's all very dramatic. But then there's the truth. A future where tech actually serves us, where robots are just really, really useful tools that make us better at what we do. And let me tell you, that is the real battle for the future of robotics.
Okay, so if we're going to build this better future, we've got to do something first. We have to tear down this huge, powerful myth that's out there. And it's a myth that's being pushed by a playbook that if you've been paying attention to Silicon Valley, you've definitely seen before.
You know the drill, right? Promise a revolution, whip up a massive hype cycle, raise just insane amounts of money. Yeah, we've seen this movie before. And there's this robotics pioneer, Rodney Brooks, who's been watching this go down for decades. He says that venture capitalists, VCs, they fall for the humanoid robot hype every single time. And why? It's simple, really. It's all about how they look.
And that right there, that focus on what it looks like instead of what it does, Brooks has a great name for it: humanoid theater. It's not about building something useful. It's a performance. It's a show put on to wow investors and get splashy headlines. It's not about delivering any real value. It's a beautiful, seductive, and incredibly expensive lie.
So how do we fight back against all this theater? Well, we need a serious dose of reality. And honestly, who better to give it to us than Rodney Brooks himself? This is a guy who has spent his entire career building robots that, actually work. And he's got a few simple rules for how to do it right.
Okay, so Brooks lays out these 3 powerful laws. First up, appearance makes a promise. If your robot looks like it can do something, it better be able to do it. Simple, right? Second, agency has to stay with the human. We have to be in control. Any robot that tries to take that away from us, we reject it. Fast. And third, and this is a big one, you've got to be patient. Real, solid, reliable tech, it takes a long time. We're talking 10, 20, even 30 years to go from a cool demo to something you can actually count on.
And if you want a perfect example of that third law, just look at self-driving cars. The first demos, the 1970s. I mean, that's wild. By 1990, you had a car driving itself through traffic in Paris. And yet, here we are, decades later, and we're still waiting for them to be everywhere. It just goes to show you, real-world progress takes way, way longer than the hype cycle wants you to believe.
In this reality check, it absolutely applies to the AI craze happening right now. Brooks is really clear on this. Large language models, chatbots, they aren't thinking. They're just mind-blowingly good pattern matchers. They're brilliant at predicting the next most likely word in a sentence. But that's it. They have zero understanding of truth or the physical world. In fact, he says an 18-month-old kid has a better model of reality in their head. Let that sink in.
And that brings us to this quote, which just hits the nail on the head. We don't need more programs that are good at talking. What we actually need are robots that are good at helping. The real work, the valuable stuff, isn't about creating some illusion of a mind you can chat with. It's about building real, physical things that solve real problems for actual people.
Okay, so if chasing the hype is the wrong way to go, what's the right way? Well, it all starts with a totally different philosophy, one that's actually less about the tech itself and a whole lot more about, well, tranquility. And this, right here, this is the fundamental shift. The goal isn't to just sell another complicated gadget, it's about giving people something priceless, their time back, their space back, their peace of mind. It's about making technology that serves a real human purpose, not the other way around.
What's so powerful about this philosophy is that it connects with us on every single level. Let's break it down. On a biological level, we're talking less stress, more time. For our deep, primal reptilian brain, it gives us control, security, even status. Then culturally, it helps turn our homes into a kind of temple, a real sanctuary. And finally, for our logical brain, it delivers the goods, hard numbers, tangible results.
Hours saved, money saved, well-being you can actually measure. It's just a complete 360-degree vision of human-centered value. Now, a philosophy is great, but let's get real. How do you actually turn that into a scalable business, right? You need a strategy, a clear, grounded plan that sidesteps all that hype and actually builds something that's going to last.
So here's the blueprint. It's a 10x, 100x, 1000x plan. Step 1, you get to 10x growth by building out a whole family of robots that are just genuinely useful and become essential in the home. Next, you scale to 100x by connecting all of those devices through one simple, intuitive operating system, basically the brain of the smart home. And then, the final step to 1000x, you build a tribe. You create a cultural movement around this idea of calm tech.
And you see what's happening here? This whole strategy is built right on top of Rodney Brooks' wisdom. It's all about building stuff that has visible utility, not just manufactured hype. It's about designing systems that put you, the user, in total control. And it's about investing in, well, you could call it mundane magic. Robots that are simple, super reliable, and just work every single time.
Okay, look, this isn't just about one company's plan. This whole philosophy, it unlocks a totally new way of looking at business opportunities. And this part? This is aimed squarely at all you entrepreneurs out there who are ready to build what comes next.
Because this is the real prize. Seriously, while everyone else is out there chasing these huge, impossible dreams of immortality or whatever, the real, tangible, trillion-dollar opportunity is sitting right in front of us. It's about solving the small, annoying, daily problems that drain our time and our energy. Because let me tell you, giving someone back a piece of their life, that's the most valuable thing you can sell.
And once you start thinking this way, it just unlocks this whole new world of business ideas. We're talking ventures that are actually lower risk but have massive potential. I mean, just imagine, building modular add-ons that make the robots we already have even better. Or creating super simple, dedicated AI helpers for one or two specific tasks around the house. You could even build entire marketplaces for human services, all powered by this quiet robot revolution. The opportunities are real, they're tangible, and they are absolutely immense.
So when you put all of this together, what do you get? It's not some loud, flashy sci-fi takeover. No, it's something much deeper, much more profound. It is a quiet revolution.
In this noisy world we live in, a world that is just completely obsessed with smarter and smarter machines, with AI and the singularity,
The real revolution, the one that actually matters, isn't about outsmarting us. It's about serving us. It's a quiet, steady movement that started in the one place that matters most, our homes.
And that is the ultimate goal here. To take the mundane, the chores, the daily grind, and transform it. To use technology not as another distraction pulling us away from our lives, but as a powerful tool to create real meaning, real harmony, and yeah, real peace every single day.
So the path forward is pretty clear, isn't it? The choice is right there for every founder, every investor, every single person out there building the future. Are you going to keep chasing the hype? Or are you going to roll up your sleeves and build something that actually, truly matters? The choice is yours.